talk to you about. And the very first one, I wonder if I can find the picture I want. How many of you guys are familiar with the movie White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye? Have you guys seen it? Do you watch it every year? I sure do. So I was thinking about makeup techniques and trends. And the very first one that I thought of, I'm going to call it the white Christmas look. And it's very retro, kind of pinup girl. And it's modeled after the very final scene where everyone is at the inn in Vermont and they're all dressed like Santas and Mrs. Clauses. And both of the leading ladies, and the names are escaping me right now. I went and looked this up, but I cannot find my notes on this. Both of the leading ladies have this look where they're very like fresh and dewy and glowy, but they have red lips and it's a very sculpted, structured look. So it looks like no makeup, but it's actually quite a bit of makeup. So that's what I'm starting out with today. I started out with foundation. I did contour and highlight in some basic places, and I'm going to show you the products that go along with that on my Mary Kay website. And if you want to follow along with what I'm doing, I think it works best if you do it on a different device, but you can go and find the Mirror Me app either on my Mary Kay website or on your device and be able um, to use that to virtually try on everything that we're going to do today. So let me get to this site and we're going to share. So first and foremost, foundation. Um, Makeup, there's a lot of people, particularly in this part of the world, who don't love to wear face makeup. But I think in the wintertime, and particularly for getting dressed up, you really need it. It helps to even out the skin tone. It keeps stuff that's floating around in the air off of your skin and out of your pores. So the question is how to do it properly and what to choose. So we're going to go down here and we're going to go to the face area of my website, and I'm going to show you where you can take the foundation quiz. So right here where it says find your true shade, you're going to click on here and it's going to take you through a quiz that will help you decide which shades you should sample. Now this is probably, I would say it is about 79% accurate. So when you go on to my website and take this quiz, it's going to just give you shades for the liquid foundations, for the 3D liquid foundation, because that's what we have available to send as samples. The other thing you will get that I can pretty easily tell you, because it only comes in 5 shades, is our CC cream, which comes in very light, light to medium, medium to deep, deep, and very deep. So those are your choices. And that's a little bit easier for me to do for you. So whether you wear a little or a lot, foundation is really important in creating a more finished look and to reflect the image that you have in your head out to the world when you're dressed up and presenting yourself. I was just talking to a neighbor and a new friend and client yesterday about how I really don't wear a lot of makeup unless I'm going to be on camera or unless I'm going to be with people. But my regular, what I do in my everyday life, particularly when we're out in Hawaii, is a lot different than what I'm presenting when I'm presenting in this kind of a setting for sure. So let's start out with the white Christmas look. Then the second look we're going to do, I'm going to show you some limited edition products that are still available that are in the fall, holiday, and winter catalogs that you've been going nuts for. And then and then I'll wrap it on up. So the white Christmas look. If anybody can think of those actresses' names, I will give you a prize. That would be great. Okay, so I've got my mirror here because this is different. This is backwards. Let's go to full screen view. All right, so I'm going to start out with my waterproof lip liner in red. The new Mary Kay waterproof eyeliners and lip liners are amazing. And if you're not really a lipstick girl, this is a great way. In fact, this has a little, it also has a tiny little shaper on the bottom. Let's see if I can get the cap off. I can't get the cap off, but these can be shaped up with your tiny little shaper on the bottom. So I'm going to just fill in my lips with this. This comes in a whole bunch of different shades, and I love red so much. It also comes in a really fun hot pink color, and it's had some limited availability. We've had some issues getting the little caps. So supply chain issues happen even when you manufacture your own products. All right, so we've got our red lip liner, and this is a pretty good wash of color. Now, I want you to remember that red is actually a neutral color. You may not have known this, but red is a neutral color. There is, and one of the things that we're getting ready to put on my website is a lipstick suggestion page, and it's developed mostly for my bridal clients, but it's to help everyone find a lipstick that will work for them, that will give them enough definition in the pictures so they show up, so that you read neutral, which is important because the cameras definitely catch something different. So the color that I'm wearing is, can I read this? Rockstar Red from the Supreme Hydrating Lipstick line. And red is just about the undertone. Rosemary Clooney and Vera Ellen, thank you. So this look right now is based on Rosemary Clooney because she is like my style icon. I realized recently watching White Christmas how influenced I was by her looks and by the things she wore as I was watching it again as an adult. So right now I have my foundation on, and I went with a luminous shade because because it's very on trend to have more of a dewy glow. So what I've put on so far is my foundation. I did some highlighter and some concealer or some under eye corrector and some concealer underneath. And then I'm going to go with, I've used my contour and my highlight. You can see that it's not in great shape, but I'm going to start with a brush. And tools are super important in terms of getting the effect that you want. So let me just start with, there's two brushes. There's obviously a cheek brush, and this one is really special. It has a divot where you can grip it. It has a high and a low side. We're going to use the low side for the contouring. All right, I'm going to need my mirror again because this is backwards. All right, so I'm just going to show you where I put my contour. And there is a chart available on my Mary Kay website and we're going to make it available on miradonic.com on the beauty tutorial page that will show you where to place your contour and highlighter for your specific shape, face shape. But my best rule of thumb is you take the back of your brush and you roll it down and you find the hollow underneath your cheekbone, and that's where you put your contour on your cheekbone. There's all kinds of ways that you can do it that's more advanced, and I encourage you to go out. One of my favorite makeup artists is Juliana Mayfield, who's a colleague of mine. She's also her mom was a national sales director for many years, has just retired, Gloria Mayfield Banks. And Juliana, even though she's a woman of color, so our skin tones are very different, I've been learning a lot about makeup application from her. So she's someone I would follow on YouTube who does Mary Kay products. The other one is Lori Hogg, who has been a Hollywood makeup artist for years, and she loves Mary Kay. She's a Mary Kay brand ambassador and does quite a bit. In fact, the tips that I've been using in my VIP group are from her. So I did a little bit of contour. Now, the next thing I'm putting on is I'm going to use my highlighter, and you can tell it's my favorite because I use it. It's broken. But I did just a pop of it right here on the upper part of my cheekbones. And then we're going to work that over with a brush. And I used the short side of the brush for contour, middle of the brush for highlight. Now I'm going to use, I already put on my mascara and I did my eyebrows. And my favorite thing for eyebrows right now is this volumizing brow gel because it has this little tiny wand. And even if you're low vision, even if you're like, I can't hardly see anything without my glasses, it's really easy to get in there and pick up the little tiny hairs and fill in to fill in the color. And it's very touchable. It's very